Okay. I guess it worked. I guess it worked. I don't know if people are going to join. It's New Year's Eve. I don't have a big show. Single show.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
Good morning, Cam. Hold on one second.
I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears.
I'm literally,
Through my hopes and
let's say, I'm watching my recap. This year you explored many things: outdoor adventures, food challenges, sports highlights. I'm watching my own reels. Your top interest: Costco shopping tips, stock market, home improvement tips. You watched 828 channels this year. Oh, screw you. Why am I getting that? Daily stock pick was my number one. Yeah, I'm in a top 0.1% of viewers on YouTube. This is my personal account that I'm looking for. Costco deals, money saving tips, home improvement projects. I'm watching this on my iPad. Tech savvy, AI tools, new phone reviews, tech product reviews. Cooking techniques, home repairs, and car maintenance. But I own a Tesla. There is no car maintenance. Oh, I did do a lot of stuff early in the year. Resourceful, tech savvy, and practical. One personality type. Ready to see which one? The skill builder. 10% of the people. Oh, I got to turn on Do Not Disturb. Let's look back at some moments from this year. Iced coffee hour. I do like the iced coffee hour with Graham Stephan and CNBC. Explored home automation with Atlas AC, Top Gear in the studio. I do have Travel Light Me, the sushi guy. I make home sushi and Green Belly. Moments from your ear. Watched stock market news, explored home automation, and focused on travel late in the year, I guess. We've got an award for you. What's the award? Most likely to find the best deals and share your smart tips with everyone. Interesting. Okay. Let's go home and let's go to live. And then there we go. Let's turn that down. We'll hit, I think it may just be main cam here. Skip. I don't think there's a lot of people that are coming. Honestly, I just haven't done much. Let's see. The free version of Seeking Alpha is interesting. Surprised with another drop. I mean, jobs market is going really well. That is not concerning, but shocking to say the least. I mean, are people doing what I'm doing, kind of working for themselves? I think that's it's an interesting take. I was looking for, let's see. No, I don't need the Black Friday sale. I want the one before that. I share a lot of freaking media, I guess. We'll open that one. And then let's go over here. Profile, media. The top stocks. We'll show that one. Yeah, we'll show those two. There we go. Hi. China and silver. I mean, silver's dropping again, I noticed, but I think I made it clear. I'm not in silver. China's interesting with the chip stuff, and that they Trump media plans to distribute digital tokens and shareholders in 2026. I mean, the grift continues. This is kind of the China report with NVIDIA. 2 million H200 GPUs, whereas NVIDIA only has 700,000 units in stock. I mean, I don't know. For me, and I'll kind of, I talked with Hamid on Spaces yesterday about it. Micron's just one of the best opportunities out there, I think. Even though it's at like 292, I want to see a dip, and I do. And I think we're going to see a dip early in the year. Is this on the right? Yeah, that left-hand side. Okay. I think you'll see a dip in the new year. But that's, again, that's a kind of interesting one. You know what? Let's look for the scanner. Let's just do bullish. The chat 70 flip. Let's see. That's bullish. IT, which is Kortner. I mean, that's a bad stock. This one, Tyson Foods. That's interesting. I mean, it's all the way back to trading at 2015 levels. Take Two. That's interesting. I do need to sell a couple of hey Maya, can you let me see. I don't know where my phone went. There it is. It's under a fucking pile of junk. I gotta clean this place up. Let me see. It doesn't look like that wire got in yet. Take Two is an interesting. I mean, look at that. That one's the weekly's dipped. Let me create a scan. Let's see. Let's look for stocks in the S&P that are under the 200 weekly SMA. The 50 weekly SMA trending positive. Let's see if this works. Let's find this scan. Wow, there's quite a bit. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, like Genuine Parts Company. I could 20 times this month compared to NVIDIA or Tesla. NASCAR, no. I'm past those days. So back in my trading days, yes. At 55 years old, the answer is no. With more money than I know what to do with, no. If I get that crazy itch, I'm probably going to prediction markets or sports betting. Tyson Foods shows up again. ADM. Let me see. That one might be it's a hold. Yield 3.51. I mean, if I want to bet on stuff, I'll bet on stuff, but the one thing I will bet on is January 6th. I'm going to this and I'm buying again. I did it last year. I didn't do it in 2020. I did it in 2025. So 2024, I think I got in late on some of those. But yeah, let's see. That's an interesting one. ES. Electric utilities. Let's see the history of the quant. It was a buy at 67. Now it's a hold. What changed? The valuation got better. The growth stayed the same. Profitability stayed the same. Momentum's been a problem, but the actual revisions is better. Oh, you're welcome, NASCAR. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When and the weight of, do I want to bet on a stock, or do I just want to bet on, the Chiefs to lose because they're on their third string quarterback? I mean, Atlanta's on a hot streak. How that second half they held on, I don't know, but this one's interesting. This one has a ES. It has a 4.46 yield. It's dipped down. Wall Street says it's a buy. And $72 price target, but it's electric utility. Let's see. Let's analyze it with AI. Eversource Public Utility Company holding headquartered in Springfield, Massachusetts, Incorporated. Okay. So here's its competitors. It's a utility valuation. ES trades at a reasonable valuation with a PE of 15, which is 23% cheaper than the sector. Robust growth with impressive operating cash flow, outpacing the sector. Profitability, strong, highlighting gross profit. Momentum demonstrates mixed momentum. 3-month price of performance of 7%, notably above the sector. Revisions, mixed with 4 upward and 5 downward. Positives, recognizes a dividend aristocrat, having increased his dividend for 27 consecutive years. Recent divestitures. You know what? Let's put this on a watch list. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this. Let's save this. Let's name this.
Happy New Year.
Hi, Miss Daisy. Hi, Miss Daisy. There's only like 3 people in here. But 5 people has hit the thumbs up, so I appreciate it. And they're not, it seems that they're not bots.
Good are they?
There is, let's see, Cam's here, NASCAR's here, but they're the only 2 that commented.
Hi, Nazca. Hi, Cam.
She doesn't know that NASCAR is actually a sport.
I know.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to watch whatchamacallit?
You used to watch racing?
Senna and
Oh, the F1 stuff?
oh, that's F1, not NASCAR.
NASCAR is closed wheel.
Yeah.
F1 is like the open wheel stuff. I mean, I'm not a racing guy, but I think that's it. Weekly. What are we gonna call this? Daily stock pick. We're gonna save that. We'll put this in here. And I'm gonna share to get a shareable link. This is how easy it is. Stocks trading under their 200-week SMA, but the 50-week SMA is positive, indicating a potential reversal. Publish. And then we'll get this. Copy. Trendspider scan. I found ES. Aristocrat. What do you say? Aristocrat. Dividend for 27 consecutive years. Trading at a reasonable valuation with a almost, was it 4%? Wow, 4 point. Yield. I think that's an interesting one. Let's run it in the 4-hour algorithm. Let's see how this trades in this. Not great, but it just has an entry. Okay. 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 I thought that was, let's see. I don't think there was anything in this one today that showed up. That one I have emailed to me. Let's see. A+ setup scanner. Shopify, Elf, Doc N, Deckers, CLS Team. Those are scanners that I like using. Daily bullish engulfing candle. Ooh. Wow, there's a lot. Verizon, Constellation Brands, Zoetis, which is interesting. I know Stephanie Link loves this one. Zebra, that's Eli's company. Okay, let's get this started with the podcast. We're going to go back here and we're going to just pull up the core investments. And we are going, let me just put this in. Copy. We will open this up. 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 Okay, there we go. I was going to say I should be logged in to, we will open this up. And we will open this up. And we will open with there. Okay. And let's go to QQQ. Okay. I'm going to start recording now. Good morning. It is New Year's Eve. Wednesday, December 31st. I got a short, quick show for you. I just literally on YouTube live. If you go to YouTube, to my channel, you can watch it live. I've been live since about 8:30 this morning. I created a new scanner. I will go over that. We found a dividend aristocrat, which has an entry in the 4-hour algorithm. We're going to talk about Micron. A little bit more because I discussed it yesterday with Hamid. We will talk about the mystery broker that I brought up yesterday, that it was being revealed at 3 o'clock who he is, some of the calls that he's done a lot. Like I said, I will display a new Trendspider scan and the dividend aristocrat, and we'll talk about the biggest mistakes that Shy made in 2025. So I did have I went through yesterday. I put out 2 newsletters, okay? The first one was a podcast, a bonus podcast, which included some of the a little bit more deep dive into some stocks. Now, I did put this out on Spotfiy, and I got some complaints, and I'm sure those people who complained listened. They will be listening today too, because FYI, most people who complain about me putting things behind a paywall wind up listening even more. Just so you know, I mean, that's what Spotfiy tells me. They wind up tuning in to hear their names again. So I'm not going to bring anybody up, but I did receive a lot of hate for the 2026 schedule, which will be Monday. You're going to get a YouTube live. You're going to get a regular newsletter. Tuesday, I will be doing office hours, and this particular office hours was a good one. I'll try and do it. This was on a phone. I'll try and get a desktop set up for this one, but it will be for paid subs, and it's basically an ask me anything. You want one-on-ones with me? Go here, because 7 people showed up yesterday. I didn't announce it, but I'm going to be doing it every Tuesday for 30 to 60 minutes on Substack. So if you're a paid member, you're going to get that, and you can ask me anything. Now, whether I give you a great answer or not, that's up to you. But the feedback that I got from yesterday from the 7 people that showed up was, it was awesome. It was just me riffing and going over stuff. And again, you get this bonus one. The schedule on Tuesday will be, I'll try and have this bonus episode out before the Ask Me Anything, so you can ask me live about stuff. But again, that's what it's going to be. And then Wednesday, today, I'll be live on YouTube again. You're still getting free I mean, anybody who complains about the damn thing doesn't realize how much work this freaking takes. And so I'm trying to live a normal life. I'm trying to make sure that I make as much money because I can't trade when I do this show. So F you all who just want to complain. Thank you to everybody who pays to support me. And I'm going to try and give you more back. And if you can't afford it, don't worry. I don't think that you're missing out on anything. I'm still going to give the great content. So I think it's a good mix. But if you're going to complain that I'm not giving as much as I did in 2025, F you. So that's just my rant. And I did have a paid member yesterday ask me about a January watch list. I will put it this way. Okay, this is the paid section of the newsletter. I put out my big 8 market bets. I got 6 of the 8 right in 2025. Can I do it again? I put that one out. Plus, I did the beat the S&P portfolio. So tomorrow, after the market closes, probably today, I will be putting this portfolio into Savvy Trader so we can track it in 2026 to see how it does. But the January watch list, I may put out a mid-month watch list. It won't be that come out the first week. So if you're a paid newsletter subscriber, you'll get that. But again, the podcast going to remain the same. You just may get a little bit less in 2026. But it doesn't mean I'm not giving you back. Because I talked yesterday with Hamid on Spaces with the Wolf Crew. Okay? He doubled his position in Micron. So I mentioned it yesterday, and I put that out for free. Hamid doubled. And if you are not following Hamid, literally you can go to Linktree, okay? Go down here to Savvy Trader, and then you can find Hamid's portfolio. Let's just go over here, and we'll go to Hamid's portfolio. It's free. He puts notes in there. Follow it. He is so good. And you know, again, if you look at it over the max, his portfolio is up 558%. Year to date, just for the year of 2025, he's up 103%. And he just doubled down on his Micron. He doesn't have a lot. He's got Bitcoin, he's got Bumble, he's got Micron, he's got Meta, he's got Hood, he's got Rivian and Rocket Labs. He's not got a huge portfolio. He doesn't even have an ETF. Will it work out in 2026 like it did in 2025? Who knows? But he is doubling down on this. Now, I've gone over this one before. Personally, for me, I'm not comfortable adding Micron. I have a very large five-figure position in my my Alpha Picks portfolio. I think it's about 10% of my actual overall portfolio in Alpha Picks. So it's one that I've added to. It's one that I've taken some profits on. And when we look at the chart here in Trendspider, and you look at that, I traded down it traded down to this volume shelf. I put that in. That was the earnings day. It got you out with a 2% gain. It got you right back in. Okay, at 265, I added at that 265. You're at 292. And so do your research on it. It is a Seeking Alpha strong buy. Now, if you want to do your research on Seeking Alpha, you can get the Premium and Alpha Picks bundle. Alpha Picks is a data-driven portfolio, okay? We're going to get a new pick, not tomorrow, but Friday. Friday, you're getting a new pick, and I will host it live at a midday, okay? An Alpha Picks portfolio, it beats the S&P. That's the key. Now, I usually trade it along with the 4-hour algorithm like this one. Micron, if you trade the 4-hour algorithm over the last 2 years, Micron, you've made 265%. It's right there. So if you want to trade like that, you need to get Trendspider. So again, everything's on Linktree. Go to Linktree and look at these things. Trendspider, you sign up for any annual plan, you can get my 4-hour algorithm. They have a sale going on right now. You save 65%. It's done today. Get this sale because then it goes to regular prices. And then in 2026, when the downturn comes, you ain't going to know when to get out. You ain't going to know when to get, remove Micron. But I'm trading it on the 4-hour algorithm, and I'm adding to it, and I'm trimming. Now that 255, is that going to turn into support? Are we going to get back down there? I'd like to see it, but I bought more at 265, 266, somewhere in that neighborhood. So again, Hamid gives you the reasons why he doubled down his position. Now, he is 100% a fundamental trader. Is it crazy? AlphaPix has had this stock since 1015. Again, AlphaPix beats the S&P. They've had it since 1015. Just in the portfolio, just the 1% that you added to your AlphaPix portfolio, you are up over 50%. Now, one other thing I talked about yesterday within the free thing was Mike Santoli's mystery broker. If you didn't know who the mystery broker was, they just revealed that after 16 years he came out and outed himself. I mean, this was like a Christian in Palo Alto outing himself as a Christian. That was a Silicon Valley joke, one of my favorite shows. But again, David Schneider is the mystery broker. And the guy has some major, and I just did this. I will provide this. Can you summarize the big talking points in the video? I summarized the video, or you can just watch the video. He has had some legendary calls. And let's just go over them. He called the housing credit top in 2007. He called the March 2009 bear market low. The past crash momentum signal up 30% in 3 months. He's pointed out quite a bit over the 16 years. Now, I've been following this story for about 10 years. And every time the mystery broker put something out, I listened. And now he's got a Twitter. He's got his own place out there. So I really, really enjoyed this. This was, 4 minutes of time? It was a great discussion. I would put that one as a must watch. And again, I uploaded the transcript to Perplexity here. And I'll put, you can go and read what I did. You can go and ask specific questions. I asked about specific stocks that he liked in the current market, and it didn't really come up. It's probably the prompt, but you can upload the transcript and go and look at it. I really, really enjoyed that one. Now let's talk about the biggest mistakes that Shai made here in 2025. Number one, he believed AI utility names like IREN, Nebius, and Cypher were built for what I call the overflow. He was wrong. He underestimated the long imbalance would last and how relentless demand would be. Again, I think these are still good names. Number two, not building size in the pure play drone names, ONDS. Because the move felt too fast, I did restart the position at $5.26. Number three, I put Hood on my watch list in the 20s, but never added it. I did the same exact thing. Because I thought it was, again, I viewed it exactly like Shai did. Now, I did add at 100. I think I added at 130. I've got a mixed, I think my average purchase price is about 115 or so, 110, somewhere in that neighborhood. He misread Joby. Okay, viewing it just through Archer. Again, that's the flying freaking cars. And he viewed Lemonade as a marketing-led digital insurer. When loss ratio, gross profit, and premium growth began to align, then it became clear the model was starting to inflect. Again, Lemonade, one of the biggest ones. Make a list of mistakes that you made this year. And it doesn't have to be this specific. It doesn't have to be that. But did you put too much into ETFs? Did you not go into the enough single names? Did you miss a name? Why? Again, journaling is important. And having the tools that you need are important as well. Like I said, Premium and AlphaPix, this is the best bundle that you can get, and you save over $150. Why? Because come January 6th, one of the mistakes that I made in 2025 wasn't going big enough into and trading these 10 names. Steve is going to release 10 names on the 6th of January. And by the way, say you don't want the bundle. Well, here you go. Okay, it's January 6th. You are within this window, I think. You know, you can time it. You can wait a couple of days. But the Seeking Alpha Premium exclusive deal, if you click on Linktree on the 4th link right down here, You don't get the bundle, you don't get Alpha Picks, but you get Seeking Alpha Premium with a free 7-day trial. And you can use that to attend this. Now, you can't keep track of the top 10 stocks, but Micron very well may be one of the top 10 stocks that Steve brings up. And then you're going to know why. And you can see it. You can read all about it. But again, Steve is doing this on January 6th at 12 noon. I will probably be live after this event talking to subscribers on Substack about it. But I think it's a great thing. So let's talk about, I went into Trendspider live on YouTube this morning and at about 8:30, and I said, I don't have much. Let me kind of go in here and let me look at some stuff. So I built a scanner, okay? And the scanner is called Weekly. Let me just look up Weekly. There it is. Weekly Direction Changers, okay? And it scanned through a bunch of stocks. And it found a few, and I was looking at a few. It basically what this does, it looks at the 200 weekly SMA and the 50 weekly SMA. And if those don't make sense, it's all built for you. And all you need to do in Trendspider is just log in and import this. And it's trying to find stocks that are changing direction, okay? Genuine parts. Maybe this is one. Again, in the 4-hour algorithm, it has you out. But maybe that's one that interests you. APTV. This one, in the 4-hour algorithm, you make 14% over the past 24 months versus losing 13% if you just bought and held. Again, maybe that one interests you. Dollar General, okay? Dollar General. This one has taken off from $104 here in November to $135 during a market that's trading sideways. That's an interesting one. You've got Realty Income, which is a REIT. You've got a bunch of them in here that I thought was, even MGM. This is MGM, which you just had a golden cross on here in the 4-hour. Again, this scan is looking at weekly, but I introduce by scanning it, and then I can just go down and see how they trade in the 4-hour algorithm. In fact, MGM, over the last 24.7 months, it wins 52% of the time, and you make 21% versus buying and holding, you actually lose 17%. But there was one that I thought was interesting. And again, you can import this scan into your system if you've got Trendspider. If you don't have Trendspider, go and get it. Get a 2-week trial and you can try this scan. You can try all the stuff that Trendspider has. But there was one in here that I thought was super interesting. Okay, as I was looking at it, it's ES. Now let's look at the weekly chart on this one, because the weekly chart will show you this is one that could be rebounding. Okay, and that's what I wanted to do. Find one that could be rebounding, because this one trades right up here at 86.57. You can see all the way from September 2019 all the way up until 2022, November 22. And then as growth stocks started to become huge, this one, which is a dividend aristocrat, which means that for 25 years, they have raised 27 consecutive years. They have raised their dividend. It's currently sitting at a 4.5% yield. We'll go and look at the details of this one. But this one, again, this scan found it going through here, and you've got a 67. Now, from a 4-hour algorithm standpoint, it just had an entry here at 67.86. And what do you have up there? You have a gap to 74. This is interesting because the 200-day on the 4-hour is moving positive. When you look at the weekly, the 200-day hasn't moved, but the 50-day is moving positive. You could have a golden cross here. Are you moving back to the $86 with a 4.5% yield? Doesn't trade all that great in the 4-hour algorithm. You make more by buying and holding. And again, add that 4.5% dividend yield. Maybe this is a good one to have on a watch list. Let's go and look at the fundamentals. Again, these are the tools that I have to play with. And you can see the valuation B+. It's not bad. Growth It's a B. Profitability, A minus. Momentum, C. And then you've got the revisions at B minus. Now let's analyze it with AI, because we can look at this. It's a public utility holding company headquartered in Springfield, Massachusetts, a place where I visited as a kid. Subsidiaries include Connecticut Light Power Company, NStar Electric Company, blah, blah, blah. You can read all about that. It goes over all of those 5 sectors. The valuation, it's a reasonable valuation with a PE of 15, which is 23% cheaper than the sector. Okay, growth, robust growth. Operating cash flow, growth of 93% year over year. Profitability, strong, highlighted by gross profit margin of 54%, substantially higher than the sector. Momentum, great momentum with 3-month price performance of 7%. Add in a 4.5% dividend yield. Revisions, recent earnings are mixed with 4 upward and 5 downward. So maybe it's got a little bit to stuff. You can see the positive raised by Seeking Alpha analysts, and the negatives. Again, the positive, it's recognized as a dividend aristocrat, having increased its dividend for 27 consecutive years, and a 10-year growth rate of 6.2%, making it attractive for income-based investors. If you're afraid of 2026 being in a downturn, maybe this might be one that you want to look into. Again, if you're afraid. That's why the scan is so good. That's why it's so good. Again, is this one that you want to look at? If you look at the electric and utilities right here, we can look at the number 1. They're all foreign. Or EXC. You can research any of these stocks. So again, these are the tools that I have. I developed this one for you. Go and research for them. If you have any questions, again, everything's on Linktree, even my email address. It's all up there. I would urge you, get the bundle with Seeking Alpha and don't miss the Trendspider sale. And if you have any interest in supporting me and asking me anything, again, I'm going to be doing these things in 2026, focusing on Substack and making sure that paid newsletter subscribers are benefiting from that. My goal is always to make you more money than you pay me. And if you pay me nothing and you make $5, that's a good thing. If you pay me for the paid newsletter and you make more, that's my goal, is to provide you content that actually makes you money or saves you money. Again, I'm not a great, I'm not going to make 100%. Hamid is going to make you 100% by following his portfolio. He will. I mean, he's shown it year after year after year. But he's got very focused and very risk things. My stuff, it's a little bit more balanced. I don't have the risk appetite that Hamid does. So if you have any questions, again, everything's on Linktree. You can find all the sales. Have a great new year. Thank you for a great 2025. Looking forward to a great 2026. And anybody that wants to complain, F you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, I thought I was recording. I forgot I was live. Let me open up iMovie. And we'll throw this in. I have not done a thumbnail, so I do have to do a thumbnail as well. Let's get out of that. Podcast new graphics. We're going to get this open, and then we're going to drag this in. There we go. Let's see. I look green. Man, I look green. Let's see. I got to get the other webcam in here. Gonna break that. And we're gonna put this one in here. Copy. Paste. 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 And we're gonna call this today. I don't have a title for this one. Had long-term tops in the market in 1929 is in every 35 years, and current technicals of Dow look very similar to what was in the mid-1990s. But then you look at those classic bear indicators: inverse yield curve, 1% rise in unemployment, even the big drop in visitor numbers to Vegas, lots to suggest market's about to turn south too. You're in a bull market until you're not. I'm going to run. I got to go make some phone calls about my end of year stuff. So you guys have a great day. I will talk to you in 2026. See you. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.